Jamaica's new sprint sensation, Tia Clayton, half of the famous Clayton twins, Tina and Tia Clayton, who gave a great account of herself at the Paris Olympic Games in the women's 100 meters and the 4x100 meter relay, heads to the Diamond Leagues. Plus, Tebogo is king, and Andrenette Knight is in mourning. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we continue to go. You do that, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. Drop a video this once a day here in Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit the like button and finally leave your thoughts. So, now ready? Yep. Good to go. Well, Botswana declared a holiday, people. Botswana is in euphoria. Their superstar, the remarkable Letsile Tebogo of Botswana, who of course won the men's 200 meters finals, stopping the so-called USA sweep in that event and stopping the world champion in the 100 and 200 meters, Noah Lyles. And let me tell you something, people. I understand that I am also disappointed that we didn't end up in double digits with the medal count, but we got a gold, 2 silver, 3 bronze. I know someone got cost become assessor, but that we're less than 3 million people, and 99.99% of the countries that went to these games got nothing. All right, and look at how Botswana is treating Letsile Tebogo after winning silver in the 4x, is it silver or gold that they won in the men's 4x4? I think it's silver. And I think he ran the fastest split ever in a 400 meters. So the second fastest split ever ran in a 400 meters, 43.30, something like that. I'm talking about Letsile Tebogo in the men's 4x400 meter relays. But of course, the big thing is him being the first African man ever in history to win the 200 meter Olympic title. Plus, he set an African record and Botswana record and new personal best of 19.46 to beat the 3 Americans, Kenrick, who came second, Kenny Benerick, who came second, Noah Lyles, who came third, and Aaron Knighton. Kudos to him. Just listen and watch these people celebrate their new superstar.
Really tlisetsa metseletsele ya bontle ya bana ba rona ba swatsang gore dira motlotlo jalo ko fora la bohelo Botswana a helele, Botswana a helele.
I told you, people, I kept saying for over a year that this young man was going to be a factor in the 200 meters. I kept saying it. Always happy to see when these young athletes rise. I think he's just 20 years of age or something like that, or 21. I think he's about the same age of Boaji Nkume. All right, so let's move on from this to something not as happy. Now, in the women's 4x400 meter relay on the second leg in the finals at the Paris Olympic Games, when after Stacey Ann Williams had laid down one of a stellar run, as one would had anticipated, and a race in which I think many of us thought that Jamaica had a huge chance of winning the bronze medal. Unfortunately, maybe on the second leg, being run by Andrenette Knight, when Rasheedat Adeleke of Ireland ran past her. There was contact between both athletes, and the baton fell out of Andrenette Knight's hand, and that was it. No more Jamaica in the 4x400 meter relay finals. Now, Andrenette Knight is devastated. Now, you do remember that this happened with Cherokee Young last year. So 2 questions. 1, how could the same thing happen again? And 2, people, I know you're disappointed, but trust me, there's no one more disappointed than the athlete who this mishap happened to, which is Andrenette Knight. I don't think there's anyone who's more devastated than Andrenette Knight, because this was, I think, almost a certain medal. In an interview with the Jamaica Observer, the 400 meter hurdles specialist who was representing the island in the flat 400 meters, she's a great 400 meter runner, by the way, she had this to say. She said, "I was devastated and disappointed in the moment," Knight said. "We went out there with a goal to medal, and we could have medaled, and we were supposed to medal. It's just one of those unfortunate things. There's nothing I can really explain because it happened so fast. The runner on the outside was trying to get around me, and we came in contact, and the baton fell out of my hand. These things happen sometimes, and it's just about learning from it." Honestly, I feel it for Andrenette Knight. She continues in the interview with the Jamaica Observer. She said, "I thought about picking it up, but everything happened so fast. Then I looked and saw the field running away, and I just didn't know what to do in the moment. Unless you are in the situation and in the moment, it's hard to understand. There's nothing I can really explain," she said. Knight added that her teammates were understandably disappointed, as they were all confident they would have won a medal in that event. And honestly, people, I think we would have won a medal in that event also, but they were supporting her. She went on to state in the interview, "They were understanding, but of course everybody was disappointed because we all wanted to medal. These things happen, and they happen so that we can learn from them," she reiterated. "I'm definitely taking something from this moving forward. I'll be better next time to secure the baton."
She's absolutely scorched round the bend, and I think the Jamaicans have dropped the baton, which is an absolute disaster for them.
As the medalists are already the medalists, I don't think that they can take anybody medal away, so I don't really see the point of a protest at this point in time. I've done my part as well because I got a PB, and of course we have the veteran and the anchor leg, so we expected to be on the podium, but things happen and we have no control over them sometimes, so we just have to accept it and move on.
Believe me, people, just like when that baton fell, my heart dropped. My heart dropped because I had calculated at minimum a bronze medal in that one. I'm serious. I saw us behind the Netherlands and the United States. Seriously speaking, boy, my heart dropped. Anyway, on to some great news. Now, the find of the last 3 months in terms of Jamaica's track and field is not a find, really. She's one half of the Turbo Twins, better known as the Clayton Twins. Tia Clayton of the Twin Turbo, Tina and Tia Clayton, has emerged as the sprint find in terms of the women's 100 meters, being one of the youngest contestants to run in the, well, I'm pretty sure she was the youngest contestant to run in the finals of the women's 100 meters, taken 7th overall, and running 11.04 in that final. Also of note, she ran the 3rd fastest time throughout the entire series, a time of 10.89, which would have seen her medal definitely on the podium had she ran that in the finals. Now, the finals, I believe personally that she maybe got a little spooked. There was a long wait, there was a lot of rain, and she's 19. I know she was a little inexperienced, and I think it got the better of her, but no one can deny that she is a huge find, and the sky is the limit for Tia Clayton. Now, the wonderful thing is that her coach, Stephen Francis, of course, did talk about her final, and we had previously discussed, his breaking down the race. I'm going to show you the whole interview again. This again was also from the Jamaica Observer. Big up to the Jamaica Observer. But what I want you to take away from this is something very, very important. He says at the very beginning of the interview, which is Tia Clayton is heading to the Diamond Leagues, and she's going to be doing enough races for them to have her hopefully qualify for the finals, and that's going to be a huge thing. In other words, people, this is really the rise of the next generation, and Tia Clayton, as well as know, is crazy talented in terms of track and field. And when Tina get it together, the twin turbo, I got turbo up the world. Okay, listen to the interview. So Tia Clayton is heading to the Diamond Leagues. 19. After her first Olympic Games, this is a big deal. Now this, of course, is my 2 cents.
What's
said
next
throughout
for
this Olympic
Tia?
series,
Planning on in the Diamond League races?
Oh, yeah.
What's next?
Yeah,
rise
Tia
of
is in the
young
process of
talent.
learning
I've
how
also
to be a
pointed out that,
professional.
I mean, as great as they are, Shelly, Sharika, and Elaine
Froze, I
cannot run
believe,
forever.
in the
It's just
final.
not
I mean,
possible.
there were a lot of things
and we
which
have to look
she
to the
wasn't
future. One of the
possible.
things that you know
I
if you're
think
one of the regulars
primarily
here and you've been here for a while, the Peter Lloyd
weather.
world, is that we always feature the young
Like,
sisters.
it
We
had
talk
gotten
a
cold.
lot about Tia Clayton. I'm pretty sure you all know this, as well
the
as her
food as
sister
well?
Tina Clayton, Brianna.
Yeah, but
Brianna
I mean,
Liston,
she did run to
Brianna
89.
Williams,
She ran the third best time in the
Hill,
championship.
Alana
Right.
Reid, and because we're looking towards. And
But
this is
I
just
think
on the
that-
female side, we've done the same thing with the young men.
The weather plus the reality
so-
that she
Here's the thing.
was in
Let's go through
contention.
this first.
Plus,
Botswana.
I mean, yeah,
Congratulations
probably some phone
to
things she
Letsile
saw.
Tebogo, who
And
proved
that,
me once more correct. She
you
was
know,
17,
kinda
and we said it was going to be a fight.
let her freeze, but
look at how they're celebrating. This is the big. This is
while
the
I
first,
wish it
not
was
just for
different,
Botswana,
I realized
but
it
for
was
the
possible.
entire
Right.
And,
Africa.
So I
Over
think
a
she has
billion
learned a lot,
persons.
and
So I'm going to go back to it. I know it's a
You know,
sting,
one of the
hurt,
things that
hurting
she
me
has
too,
to learn,
but we get 5 medals,
which
and,
I
you know, we should be a little grateful, happy.
believe I'm going to
This
try
is
to
not what we
implement among the
anticipated.
athletes
I am
for them to
disappointed.
delete
I know
social
you
media
are.
before they
but
start
we
to
should
run
be
and that kind of
because
stuff.
what we're seeing is a change.
Because-
Take out the distraction.
Yeah, there's too much distraction and they spend too much time on the phones and that kind of stuff.
Now,
And
second story.
you know, but
Andrenette now.
I am proud of how
Yes,
she ran.
she's correct.
Though I
We
don't
need
still
to
don't
learn
think she has
from
run
this
as fast
process.
as she
But the thing
could.
is, it happened last year, so
But
we learned then.
It's a big step
I think
running
this
as well
comes
as
back
she
to the
did
same thing I've been
at a
complaining
meet at
about
this
for
level,
a while.
where they have
Baton
the
change. Baton handle.
It's one thing running
holding on
against
to the
people,
baton because the same happened to the Jericho.
who are not the best.
Chatar,
but it's another thing when you
Charity
stand up
young
against
last
the best
year, 4x4,
people around.
where she was holding the baton, she
It's-
was holding
that's a
securely
little bit
enough. Another
harder
athlete
to-
ran
to
past her,
run
kicked the baton
very
into
well.
her hand.
Right.
So I think if we
So
had
maybe another, how you say, 1 or 2 more Diamond
Some
Leagues
of
for
she
the
probably
end.
run in
It
3
would just be
Two
about
more.
passing,
in
about
an
holding
effort to
baton
make the Diamond
securely.
League
Because
final.
normally in the 4x4, batons very rarely stumble and fall, but they do it. But people do knock batons out of people's hands. It's not the first time I've seen this. I've seen this with other athletes. So again, I'm going to say to the J3As and the JOA, me know some is just some little bread up on YouTube. A king, of course, as we all are, kings and queens, royals. But listen to me, please. Can we implement even one camp annually? There are enough sponsors out there who can sponsor that. And I'm sure that we should be able to convince the athletes to take maybe a couple of days out, because this mistake happened last year. So the truth is, it shouldn't happen a second time. And I can't really just blame the athlete. I have to also look to the organization. If it happened one time, people, remember I tell you, say I'm a barbell personality. What that means, it means I hope for the best, but I plan for the absolute worst. It's literally my nature. And I think this is what we have to start doing. If this thing happened once before, meaning someone, Cherokee Young, brilliant 400-meter runner, running, somebody knocked the baton out of her hand, we should have learned from that. So this mistake should not have happened a second time. We need, I'm going to say it again, we desperately need, listen to me, we need relay workshops. We do for the pros in particular. Because these problems happen less at the high school level in Jamaica. It happens with the pros. Now, finally, Tia Clayton. What can I say? Within a month and a half, this young lady ran 10.86, new PB, first time below 11 seconds. Came back in the finals of the Jamaica National Championships, run, I think, 10.92, another sub 11. In the semifinals of the Paris Olympic Games, she won her heat 3, and ran 10.89. I don't think you grasp what this means for a 19-year-old to do this. Her potential is virtually unlimited. Shelley didn't win the Olympic Games until she was 22 years of age, significantly more mature than this young lady. And really what I think happened to this young lady, she was just, it's her youth, just the same thing happened to Kishaid, inexperience. And what Stephen Francis is doing and MVP is doing is giving her the experience. Her being sent to the Diamond League is a big, big thing, people. This is going to transform her as an athlete. I mean, completely transform her. She's already transformed, but she's going to go to another level. This is something that you all should celebrate. I know that you're disappointed, but listen to me when I tell you, I'm right about 66 to 65% of the times. Go back and check my track record. What we are seeing is the rise of a track superstar. And I think her sister is going to join her. This Diamond League series, because she's not going to be afraid of these athletes or intimidated in any way. She's going to be given the opportunity to learn how to cope when you travel, land, and have to run. She's going to learn how to deal with the food, the climate. Now, they were doing that with her a little bit last year, but at this level, it's completely different. She's going to learn how to deal with the crowd, the noise, the officials, because running at champs, running in the smaller meets in Italy is very different from running in the Diamond League. This is what was lacking. If she had had this experience going into that final, she'd be on the podium. So this is a big thing, her going to the Diamond League. And let me tell you, hats off. Stephen Francis, some people say mix up and blender, but this man knows how to create champions. You are looking at a champion. Remember, me tell you now, this young lady is going to be fire. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, no channel, and like button. Remember, your royals, kings, and queens. Bless up.